Welcome to the Tourism Plus Week in Review. Basically, it's a new series, new podcast. Basically, there are some news. Well, obviously, I'm going to be reporting the top news of the week, but there's also some news stories that I may have missed, or you might have missed, or you didn't know about, or I didn't know about. So that's what I'm going to try to do: report the top news of the week and the important news stories. Yeah, both they missed. So that's what we're going to do for this series of this. Without further ado, let's get to it. According to BBC News, this was reported on May 18th. Libya fighting causes turmoil as government claims control. The Libyan government has insisted that it remains in control of the country despite a series of heavy attacks and clashes over the weekend. The parliament building in the capital Tripoli was overrun by a militia group and 2 people were killed. Later, a militia spokesman demanded that the assembly hand over power to a body, drawing up a new constitution. So basically, it's chaos. They're still fighting over there in Libya, even though we killed their president, Gaddafi. They're still fighting. It's still turmoil. It's still fighting going on. There's a civil war going on, and the news, the lamestream media, as I like to call it, may have forgotten that Libya was still fighting, even though BBC didn't. Thank God. Most of the lamestream media doesn't, are not reporting this. They seem to think that everything is okay in Libya. Yay! We killed the Gaddafi. That means Libya can live in peace. Well, over the last 2 years, they haven't been living in peace. It's been almost a civil war over there. Let's not forget that Libya will be a very important part in the God Maker War that is prophesied at the end of Ezekiel 38 and 39. It will be a very important part of Bible prophecy. So let's not forget Libya. Let's not forget Libya at all. It will be a very important part of prophecy going forward. Let's see what else we have. Russia's President Vladimir Putin has ordered troops near Ukraine's border to withdraw, according to the Kremlin. Units in the Rostov, Belgorod, and Bryansk regions should return to their permanent bases, a statement said. Russia has made similar statements in the past, only for NATO to report no change. This is also according to BBC. These first 2 stories were according to BBC News. Serbia and Bosnia has called for international help to rescue people from inundated areas after the worst flooding since modern records began, according to the BBC. Waters are now beginning to recede. The officials say the dangers remain. They say that the threat of landslides is an ever-present problem, as are the difficulties caused by unexploded landmines in Bosnia and Wilson. So yeah, that is also according to BBC News. There's flooding going on in Bosnia, the worst ever, worse in modern times. On Sunday, an earthquake buzzing 6.4 on the Richter scale jolted the northern tip of Indonesia, according to an official. According to islandslive.in. Let's see what else we got here. On last Saturday, a U.S. citizen previously hospitalized in Indiana with Middle East respiratory syndrome almost has passed the potentially fatal virus to an Illinois man, according to federal health officials. Whoa, that is too loud. Okay, my bad. According according to federal health officials Saturday. Wow. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that was way too loud. Let's see what we have. That is it for May 19th. Oh, from that weekend. Let's see what else we have here. Mega El Nino development, already stronger than 1997. The El Nino signature is stronger than the 1997 El Nino. So apparently, yeah, El Nino, Mega El Nino development. That means that the hurricane season will not be as great as it will be another slow hurricane season, which we need. We don't need major hurricanes hitting anywhere, hitting Mexico or America. Or, we don't need a major hurricane hitting anywhere after Sandy in 2012. We don't need that. So it's good. We have another El Nino development. So it appears at this time that we will have another slow hurricane season. I'm not complaining. Thank the Lord for that. 2013 was slow as well. But we all remember 2012 when Hurricane Sandy, or as the lamestream media likes to call it, Superstorm Sandy, devastated the New Jersey coast and New York City, and parts of New York City. So that's great that the hurricane season is slowing. The hurricane cycle is slowing down a little bit. That's great. Great news. Apparently, a 5.6 earthquake hit Taiwan. A 4.8 earthquake on May 20th hit Mexico. Let's see what else we have here. Fresh tensions emerged between Washington and Beijing as China summons the U.S. ambassador over American allegations that 5 Chinese military officers were involved in commercial espionage. I do believe I posted this to the blog at tribulationpress.info. The Thai army has imposed martial law amid a political crisis to preserve law and order. The surprise announcement also granted the army sweeping powers to enforce its decision. Soldiers have taken over TV and radio stations and blocked off roads in the capital of Bangkok in Thailand. Let's see what else we have here. What else do we have to put this week? Airstrikes in Pakistan on, I believe that was May 20th, have killed at least 32 merchants in North Waziristan, including important commanders. Officials described persistent airstrikes on targets near the border with Afghanistan. Tens of thousands of Pakistanis have died in bomb attacks since the Pakistani Taliban began its campaign against the central government in 2007. That, I assume, was on May 20th or 21st. Let's see what else we have here. The Palestinian Authority responds to a proposed Knesset bill that will allow Jewish prayer on the Temple Mount may exacerbate the already fraught issue by apparently misrepresenting the bill as a bid to allow Jewish worship inside the Al-Aqsa Mosque. So this is very important in terms of prophecy. We all know that the third temple is coming soon. It has to be built. It's coming soon. I've seen video of them planning to build it. It could be built I've heard it could be built in as little as a year and a half, 18 months. Um, so it will be coming. The third temple. It has to be. That's where the Antichrist will declare he is God. I believe that's one of the terms of the peace agreement that will start the 7-year tribulation. The temple has to be built. There's no way around it. The temple will be built. That is according to timesofisrael.com. They're pretty good. I believe they started a couple years ago, but they're pretty good news site. Yeah. Whoa, listen to this. Martin Indyk. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Indyk or I don't know. INDYK. You can pronounce it anyway. I don't know how to pronounce that. Obama's chief American negotiator, who works closely with Secretary Kerry in the peace process, was heard while drinking at a bar. Please do not tell me this. No, this is not WND. Okay. Was heard while drinking at a bar, condemning the Jewish nation for its part in causing the peace talks to fail. Wow. How did I miss this? This is according to the Examiner.com. How did I miss this? That's pretty big news. Wow. How did I miss this? Wow. That's pretty big. That was May 19th or the 20th. Wow. That's pretty good news. That's more trouble for the Obama administration if that is true. Let's see what else we have here. How did I miss this? An Egyptian court sentenced deposed President Hosni Mubarak Wednesday to 3 years prison on corruption charges. How did I miss this? I'm missing a lot of things lately. I'm slipping. This is according to timesofisrael.com. Let's see what else we have here. U.S.-Israel partnership proposal put on hold after months of cooperation on a popular strategic partnership bill. Politics have frozen progress on legislation. This is the Jerusalem Post. That would I never trusted WND ever. That site, no, I never trusted. So I'm just looking. Is this WND? No, okay. Because I never trust the World News Daily or World Not Daily. I don't know what it's called, but I don't trust it. Okay. Process of frozen progress on legislation that will strengthen ties between Israel and the United States. The U.S.-Israel strategic. Wow, I cannot pronounce words here. Wow. Strategic Partnership Act was taken off the Senate agenda after top Republican Senator Bob Corker of Tennessee attached an amendment that will have triggered hearings on any deal between world powers and Iran over its nuclear program. So that is put on hold. How do I miss that? I'm missing a lot of things. I apologize for that. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see. It was another 6.0 earthquake off of India. India's getting a lot of earthquakes. There's a lot of big earthquakes lately. There's been a few big earthquakes lately. Let's see what else we have here. This one. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry has said that impatience with the Venezuelan government is growing across the region over its failure to address the country's serious political crisis. Mr. Kerry called on President Nicolas Maduro to reopen negotiations with the opposition. Talks collapsed over a dispute about the release of political prisoners. It was actually a 3.2 magnitude earthquake close to where I live. It was a 3.2 earthquake in Virginia, west of Richmond. As you might have known, there was actually a 5.9 earthquake that hit. It was in 2011, and pretty much everybody from New York to Georgia felt that earthquake. The reason why it was so many people felt it, unlike on the west coast where there's mountains earlier, so the east coast is fairly flat. So that means when the earthquake hits that flat area, it spreads. The jolts spread farther and farther away from the epicenter than what the west coast would have felt. So pretty much the entire, most of the east coast felt that earthquake, because it was, the east coast, the megapolis, Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Baltimore, D.C. is fairly flat. West of Baltimore and D.C. it starts to become mountainous, but east of that fall line or east of 95 is fairly flat. So the jolts from the earthquake, the epicenter has more room to go to expand. So that's why so many people fought it. If it was on the west coast, I'm not sure that many people would fought it. For instance, it's flat. I've never been there, so. But that's why that earthquake was so far recent. I mean, everybody from New York to Georgia fought that earthquake, and oh man, it was. I felt an earthquake before, but that one everything was shaking around. It was just a bad time, man. I was on the 6th floor, so I was I was fairly far off the ground. Oh man, I was wow. I was a dinner looking at it. I mean, all the cell phone service was down. Everything was, because people, when you feel earthquake, you're gonna call your family and check up on them. So it was a weird earthquake. I always remember that earthquake. And then a week later, we had a hurricane come through. That Hurricane Irene. By the time it was up here, it was just a tropical storm. But when it made landfall, it was like a Category 2, a Category 1 hurricane. So we had earthquake 1 week, and a hurricane the next week, or a tropical storm the next week. So it was kind of crazy, man. It was crazy. I'm getting up supremely off topic here. I'm sorry, off topic. Yeah, I'm sorry. It just reminds me of that 5.9 earthquake back in 2011. Let's see what else we have for you. Let's see, what's that? What is that? As Pope Francis begins a trip to the Holy Land this Saturday with a rigorous schedule that could be silencing even for the healthiest person, the Vatican insiders are raising questions about his health. He's not a young chicken. He's 77 years old. And he's only been Pope for a year. I think the last Pope resigned in March 2013. So he's only been the Pope for about a year. And they're already raising questions about his health. He only has one. I didn't know this. He only has one lung. I did not know that. I don't research before. You know, if you've listened to this, if you subscribe to this channel for a while, you would know that I really don't agree with most of what the Catholic Church preaches and teaches. I don't agree with most of it. But 99.9% of what the Catholic Church teaches, I do not agree with. So, yeah, they're listening, they're worried about the Pope. Already. So we'll have to see how that holds out. Let's see what else do we have this week. Russia may build 8 nuclear reactors for Iran. Russia plans to sign a contract with Iran this year to build 2 more nuclear reactors at the Spreaker power plant as part of a broader deal for up to 8 reactors in Iran, according to a source close to the negotiations that told Reuters on yesterday. It was not immediately clear how this might affect since the global powers talk with Iran addressing disputed aspects of its nuclear program. So, Russia may build 8 nuclear reactors for Iran? Yeah, we can clearly see the Gog Magog Confederation, the wheels are turning a little bit. They're getting ready for the Gog Magog war. So, they're building nuclear reactors. This is no joke. It looks like they're really getting well prepared for the God Magog war. That's in Ezekiel 38-39. They're getting really prepared. Let's see what else we have here. The Obama administration is playing down an increasingly warm relationship between its main global rivals, China and Russia, that it may have inadvertently encouraged, according to BayNews9.com. And folks, I believe that is it. That is the major news stories for this week that I may have missed. And that is it. That's the main news stories for this week. Tune in next week. We'll have more news stories for this week upcoming. So that will be either next Friday or next Saturday or next Sunday. So either way, within those next 2 days, next week, the next number 2 of the Weekend Review podcast series will be posted. So I'm glad you watched me through 24 minutes of me talking. I'm glad you if you are dedicated enough to watch me listen to 24 minutes. Thank you for your support. As a final note, to listen watch. Let's see what is I believe Tribulation Watch may be coming close to another big milestone here. As of May 23rd, when this is recorded, May 23rd, 2014, around 4 p.m. Tribulation Watch, this channel, As you know, you may have heard, we reached 1,000 subscribers last month, and we are 8 subscribers away from 1,100 subscribers. This channel is growing so fast. Just last month, we celebrated 1,000 subscribers, 400,000 views, and this month already, and we're already approaching this month 1,100 subscribers. This is great. This channel is growing so fast, and I never imagined that we will reach 11 subscribers, much less almost 1,100 subscribers. So thank God and thank you for your continued support for this channel. And God bless. I'll see you next week for another edition of the Week in Review podcast series.